What's going on, everyone? It's Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. This is our tournament preview for the 2021 Valero Texas Open. We had a big week this week with the WGC Match Play and the Corrales Punta Cana, two PGA events. And then next week, we have the Masters. So this is the last event before the 2021 Masters in the spring here. It kind of just feels right with the Masters there.
Yeah, this is kind of like, you've got your appetizer now. Now this is the time where you clean off your fingers in the finger bowl, maybe get ready for that main course. We'll call this the finger bowl course, maybe.
I like it. So previous winners of the Texas Open, we got Corey Connors with that epic Monday qualifying to PGA Tour win, 20 under in 2019. Great win. Great win for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, we had Andrew Landry, Kevin Chappell, Charley Hoffman, Jimmy Walker. It is actually a very, very old event looking at the PGA Tour, even worldwide. So it's been a PGA Tour event since 1922, third oldest on the tour, sixth oldest worldwide. It has moved around courses, of course, and it's the last chance to qualify for the 2021 Masters. The winner, if they're not already qualified, is in, or you can sneak into that top 50 in the world.
Yeah, I mean, this is even older than the Masters. So I would say, I mean, you could argue that which win would matter more. Man, maybe the Texas Open is the one to go out there and win.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't think that's an argument you're going to win?
No, I don't think you want to take that side of it.
Okay,
so looking at the course, we are at TPC San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas, obviously open in 2010, relatively new course, but it has been the host of this tournament since 2010. Designed by Greg Norman, consultation with Sergio Garcia, 100 feet from highest point on the course to lowest point on the course. So it's pretty flat out there. It's pretty flat.
Yeah,
and par 72, 7,500 yards. Sorry, Craig, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I was reading just a brief little description of the course. It said greens are large and gentle sloping, flat, which like two ball strikers like Greg Norman and Sergio, that just seems like, let's make this matter as little about putting as we can. So
if you want to putt with your eyes closed, this is the course to come.
This is the course to come to, maybe, yeah.
Okay, speaking of the course, Craig, who has the best history here? Horses or courses?
Okay, so there's a clear number one here. We've got Charley Hoffman. So this, first off, this is all since 2010. This is not necessarily tournament history because we did move to TPC San Antonio here in 2010. But Charley Hoffman has just absolutely killed it. He's got 10 starts. He was the 2016 winner, as you had mentioned. But in his 10 starts, he's got 8 top 25s at this course and 4 top 3s. So 40% of the time he's showing up and getting on that podium. It's just he's far and away number one in terms of course history. Coming in second, Brendan Steele. He's got 9 starts. He's made the cut 8 times, 4 top 25s, 3 top 10s, and won it in 2011. So it's been a little while since then. But overall, it is a very decent record here.
For sure.
Third, Kevin Chappell. He has 8 starts here. Half the time he's made it into top 25. But the thing he's done a very good job of, he's got 3 fourth places or better. So he has done a pretty good job getting up into the very top end of the field. And he does have a win. It was 2017, so a few years back, but not as far back as Brendan Steele maybe. Now, Ryan Moore is the only guy on the list here I have that is not a previous winner.
Oh, okay.
He only has 4 starts here, but his lowest finish in those 4 starts is an 18th place, and the other 3 are all top 10. So he's just been super consistent, getting high finishes. He had a 3rd place the year Connors won it, so he has been getting high finishes, I guess I should say. So I mean, until he shows otherwise, I think you can count on him to do well at this course. But lastly, Corey Connors, as we mentioned, he came here a couple years ago. Obviously, last time the tournament was held, but it's been a couple of years. Came in here Monday, qualified, went on to win. The year before that, he was 26th, so he's got a couple starts here, both of them decent. Obviously, the one of them is a win, is a great finish. So I think he's probably got a good feel for it.
Nice, I like it. Some good names to keep an eye on for this field. But guys that are trending well, coming in hot, best recent form. So I was kind of doing this one, and I feel like I've established a couple criteria that I can let you know now. So it can't just be, a one and done. You got to win last week and now you're hot. It's got to be at least a couple tournaments that you're kind of trending in the right direction. So Scottie Scheffler, he's playing in the match play finals right now. I don't know how it's going to work out. We don't know yet.
As we record, it is happening.
It is happening, but he does have 4 top 20s in the last 5 events. So he's playing really, really good golf. Jordan Spieth is number 2. So he made it to the round of 16. He got out of his pool play. He has 5 top 20s in his past 6 events, but 3 of those are top 5s. So he's been finishing high. We know this.
I can't believe Jordan Spieth's been playing well. No one really is talking about this. Is this
not talking about it? And I don't know if you know this, Craig. He's from Texas. He plays well at the Masters, so maybe someone to keep your eye on. I don't know.
Yeah.
As you said, Charley Hoffman. So Charles Punticana did just finish up. He kind of fell apart on the 72nd hole a little bit, but even with that, it was going to be 4 top 20s in his last 5 events, but it's now 4 top 30s in his past 5 events. He kind of fell apart there, but he has been playing really good golf. He's been playing really good golf lately. And then maybe a name that people haven't looked at. This is the kind of the past 2 events. Sam Ryder. He's in contention, or sorry, this is my notes were before. T2 at Corrales Punta and he had a top 10 at Honda Classic. So Sam Ryder's playing really good golf right now.
He's playing surprisingly good golf.
Yeah, and then the last one, Cameron Tringale, he's rested, but he had a T13 at the Honda Classic. Not the highest finish we would have hoped for, but a T13. But he's been T31, so 31st or better in 6 of his last 7 events. That's really good consistency.
Yeah, I do have to say, I'm surprised Corey Connors isn't on the list, but I guess we can't talk about him this entire video, so I'll give you a bit of a pass on that one.
That is my second rule. You can't be in good form if you just miss a cut. And I'm going to say coming out of pool play, that's kind of like a missed putt.
Gotcha. Okay, so first look at the model. We do our model every week. It obviously looks mostly at DFS, but before we even look at the prices, we just, who does it spit out in terms of who it likes to do well at this course based on what this course typically rewards and what people's form has been over the longer term. At the top, Tony Finau. Obviously, he has all kinds of game. He just barely, Tony Finau and DJ here were both kind of head and shoulders above everyone else, and Finau just barely. It probably should be more like 1A and 1B. I think that is in part because last summer DJ had a few really ugly rounds that really have hurt all of his long-term strokes gain averages.
A couple 80s.
Yeah, that'll do wonders for your averages. But then, a few people we've mentioned already. Cameron Tringale's in 3rd, Corey Connors in 4th, and Scottie Scheffler in 5th. Yeah. So, whether Scottie Scheffler decides that he wants to withdraw, we don't really know. Yep. But if he shows up, he is someone who seems to be hitting on a few different fronts here.
Yeah, for sure. And DJ, late entry.
Yeah.
DJ, yeah. I mean, he finished his round with Kevin Na. Something inside him said, I got to go play the Texas Open. I don't know if he was ready to defend
once more competitive belts or competitive rounds under his belt or something, just didn't feel like he was going to, have too many days off. Who knows what it is.
Interesting. But I think you can for sure say he's not going to take it lightly. You don't just enter to play 2 days.
Well, for sure, but I also think, I'm trying to think back just off the top of my head to the fall, the Houston Open was the week before, and he was in contention. He almost stole that from Carlos Ortiz. So maybe he's one of these guys that he doesn't want the rest. He just wants to be playing competitive golf, leading right up to the major.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that leads to the most interesting man in the field, and we talked about it a little bit, but it's Charley Hoffman for me. I picked Charley Hoffman this week, so why exactly? It's kind of like, that success here. He's playing well. Plus, he's missing that Masters invite right now. So 2016 champion, Craig kind of touched on this, 4 top 5s, 11 top 15s, remarkable history.
Now that here. 11 top 15s, that must be at the tournament as opposed to the course.
At the tournament, but he had, 2016 is at this course. So
and his history at this course itself, but it's just more than I had counted. So we're going back. Hoffman's been around for a few years now. So he's played well at this event.
And then, as mentioned, 4 top 30s in his last 5 tournaments, was playing really well at Corrales Punta for a while, besides the last hole. But last chance to move into the top 50 and receive an invite to the 2021 Masters. I don't think he'll move up much from where he is right now. He was 111th in the world. I don't know if that will change much. So he's got to kind of go out and win.
Yeah, I think he basically has to win to get in, I would think.
Yeah. But looking at his Masters, why this is kind of a big deal for people that follow the Masters well. In his last 5 Masters, he has played the last 5 tournaments. he's finished no worse than tied for 29th. Like he's played Augusta really, really well.
There's quite a few people who you feel like if they can get to Augusta, they're decent. Like the same thing with Lee Westwood last year, where he hadn't played the year before, but then you know that if he shows up there, he's going to be competitive just because they have that course history. They know how to get around Augusta, but it's hard to get into the field.
Yeah, for sure. Finally, looking at the way too early weather forecast, Craig, for Wednesday, it looks like it's going to be pretty cloudy, pretty windy, but maybe a little bit calmer through the tournament. We'll keep an eye on that for our live show throughout the week for Wednesday. Maybe that does creep into Thursday morning, changes the splits a little bit. But then after that, kind of mostly cloudy and probably, nothing
horrible looking weather. But as always, it's way too early. So check in with us later in the week. We'll have a better forecast for you and see whether it's going to affect the tournament too much.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to our channel if you have not already. We're going to have more content for the Valero Texas Open. Plus, the Masters is coming soon. Make sure to subscribe because we have a ton of Masters.
Yeah, we're going to start trickling out that Masters preview stuff this week. So keep an eye out for that and subscribe and hit the bell below.
Yeah, see you guys.
Take care.